We here for the latest, south side or the north side, not tuned to the greatest. Home team for the home teams, both sides got our own rings, on the mound or the long ball, but we don't put the wrong strings, yeah. It's that time of the year now, Wrigley or a guarantee, so the whole league that we hear now. New show with a new mood, discussions and interviews, trade rumors that might be, this is Pinwheels and Knife.
Dog it, we got a lot to talk about this week. What's up, everybody joining us live on Thursday night? Yeah, I was actually, not gonna lie, kind of worried. Like, oh, we did a show on Monday. Hopefully we have enough stuff to talk about on Thursday. Well, thanks, Tony. We got a lot to talk about. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Bears draft, nothing but draft coverage, wall-to-wall draft coverage.
It already started. See, you guys, Will Yumper, welcome to the show. We'd like to tell you that there's a Bears podcast now that is coming from Smart Talker. No, I'm kidding. He listened to it last night, actually, too.
Oh, that's a double.
He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Yo, Mancada's on fire.
Yumper is the ultimate support system ever.
I love Yumper.
And he sent me, and if you haven't checked out his YouTube videos, by the way, he did a great Mortal Kombat review, by the way, of the film Mortal Kombat, but hence it's Mortal Kombat review.
Yumper, feel free to pump your YouTube channel. I will retweet the shit out of that, dude.
Yeah. It was good stuff, dude. It was real good stuff.
Yeah, so hold on. I got to do one more. Yeah, Casey Mize is bad. I got to do one more retweet.
Casey Mize stinks.
Hey, man, he hit the over on strikeouts, so...
Get some more runs. Get some more runs.
I know everyone cares about our fantasy league, but it had to
All right.
We're live.
Yep, you guys ready?
Yes.
All right, 3, 2, 1. What's going on, everybody? It is Friday, April 30th, and you have found the Pinwheels and Ivy podcast. I'm your host, Matt Zawaski, a.k.a. Father Zoe, a.k.a. Southside Zoe, and with me, as always, Mr. Aldo Soto.
I'm just waiting for the next thing that Tony La Russa is going to mess up.
And good segue to the TLR defender, the good Reverend K. Fids.
I'm here just so we can give reaction-based responses to results-based analysis. That's what I'm here for. So if you don't get the bunt down, bunting is bad. If you get the bunt down and it succeeds and you win a game, it's good. But it only depends on if the job gets done. It doesn't matter anything else. So
right.
I'm here for the results-based analysis. I think it's probably the best, most intelligent way to analyze sports.
Have you been on? Welcome to Twitter, dude. That's not how things roll. That is not how things roll.
So this is something that I'm waiting for too. I did bet the White Sox. It was 1-0 in the top of the fifth. I got home. I bet the White Sox at plus 424 to win by at least 2, and got in the shower, came back, bases loaded. I know, and they're looking to knock and add some more runs here in the bottom of the sixth. It is a shortened 7-inning game. So thank you, White Sox, for respecting the 90.
Yep. So we're going to talk White Sox. We're going to talk Cubs and everything in between. If something cool happens in the draft, maybe we'll talk about that. Who knows? Ooh. This show goes off the rails all the time.
It already went off the rails.
With all that being said, let's tap this keg. As always, the show is brought to you by PointsBet. PointsBet's got a ton of draft player props and everything that you can go and put some money on. They got great points betting for individual players. I had a ton of bets lined up as I was about ready to sit in my seats last night, and then it rained, which sucked. But yes, PointsBet, go download it. Go activate the app at the casino. Use promo code Pinwheels when you sign up, and you'll be good to go. All right. Tony's playing with lineups.
He's having some fun. I actually, Zoe, and I told you, I pictured Tony La Russa writing a lineup with a smirk, like a shit-eating grin on his face, and I pictured Dave Duncan on a really bad, poorly shot FaceTime with him.
Yeah,
and he's like, "Hey, I'm about to post a lineup. Get on Twitter." And of course, Dave Duncan gets on his burner account and relays what's going on Twitter to Tony La Russa, just because he enjoys the shit show that becomes Twitter every time he posts a lineup. He's going to probably, sooner or later this year, he's going to start Dallas Keuchel behind the plate, and he's just going to fucking freak everybody out. I love it.
I mean,
he'd probably hint a fewer double plays.
He might. He actually might.
Yas. Whoops. Sorry. Don't slander Yas.
My big thing, I mean, I think he's putting a little bit too much emphasis in the righty-lefty matchups. That was the reasoning for the Lurie Lamb in the lineup on Wednesday, was because of the, whatever, the righty lefty stuff. But coming off a couple days off and having your rookie finally find his groove and then to sit him, that was a little questionable to me. As we're recording this on Thursday night, it's game 1 of the doubleheader, and Lamb has a nice hit, and so does Lurie. So it's
started off the rally, and then Lurie had the big hit.
Yep. So I mean, like you said, results-based analysis.
I do have to defend La Russa's now. Again, overall, I don't know about the matchups that he's going with, but Casey Mize is terrible against lefties, and those two guys.
Well, yeah, that's why they're playing in this first game, and we had a little scare on the south side. Luis Robert on Monday night called the medical staff, told him he was feeling a little bit. Yeah, he's terrible against everybody. He was feeling a little bit ill, flu-like symptoms. And in the day and age of the COVID,
I'm sorry. Chuck Garfien is not mad online.
He's not mad online?
No, but he definitely is.
Who's he mad at?
Okay, so he tweeted out 15 minutes ago. Obviously, it's after the Sox took the lead.
Yeah,
and he said, "I had questions about Mercedes, Robert, Madrigal, and Mendick all not playing game 1, but the White Sox scored 3 runs thanks to Lamb, Vaughn, Collins, Hampton, and Garcia." And then we have someone who replied, "Carry that water, Chuck."
Oh boy,
that's
what that gets his goat every time, and I get it, dude. I get why he'd be pissed at that. But yeah.
And he responded, "Whatever. I thought the lineup sucked. Okay, want me to say that? I just did. Could have been better, but it worked out. I'm pointing that out. Carry that crap to someone else."
Though it is, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you again, I've noticed this too. People get upset. I think there's a crowd. There's a Tony La Russa. I fucking hate Tony La Russa crowd. So it doesn't matter. He could win the World Series, and they're going to be pissed off at how he celebrates. Probably taking a nap in the dugout is probably how he'll celebrate. But and then there's a group that's kind of like in the middle where they're like, you know what, there's a logic based group, and then there's the blindly defending Tony La Russa. Now I lean defending managers just because of it, but I really like to try and figure out what the hell he was thinking, because a lot of this time it's like, you try and work it out in your head, what might he be thinking when he does that, because we're not obviously privy to the data that they have, and everyone was upset about Lubov not playing, Luis Robert not playing both games, pissed off until an hour later it comes out that he's not feeling 100%, so he doesn't have the gas to do a doubleheader. So it's like, everyone freaks out, and so there's that middle ground, I think, where there's some pretty good logic. But holy hell, when you see some of the people there's a difference between complaining and criticism, and we see a lot of both. My timeline, I've been muting my timeline a little bit more lately, just because I'm tired of it is toxic. There's some toxicity, not all, but some, all over the place. And I think that it starts, I'll be honest, and we'll maybe talk about this later. Chicago sports media is toxic. Chicago corporate sports media is toxic. They know that sells more than anything, and they fan this flame. Was it Spiegel the other day or whatever that was just going off on Tony La Russa? And it just, you see these guys go on there, and it sells because negativity draws eyes. And, it's like, if it bleeds, it leads.
Well, hold on, Kyle. I don't mean to butt in, but when the sports media space has become so saturated, everybody's got a blog now.
Everyone's got a podcast.
Every asshole can have a podcast. Case in point, you're looking at it. But in order to stand out, to get those so valuable clicks and so valuable eyeballs, I've been doing this for over 10 years now, in one way or the other. Although you've been here for a long time, Kev, you've been here a couple years now too yourself. The articles that get a bunch of clicks are the ones that create an emotion. Mm-hmm. And the easiest way to create emotion is just to say something to piss off one side of the fence, because you're going to get hate clicks.
Everybody, they learn from Skip.
Yeah,
they learn from Skip. Skip has made a living, very good living, on being taking literally contrarian, sides on every argument, right, just to get people pissed. That's their job. That's the old shock jock thing, kind of. And when I was a sports writer, this is obviously as the internet was becoming more of an issue, more of a thing for journalism. Mm-hmm. you didn't have to worry about that stuff. People bought the newspaper every day. You didn't have to worry about clicks. So you wrote what you needed to write logically, objectively. Now, if you write objectively, people are taking a nap. They don't want to read your stuff. They want to get pissed off. They want to feel emotion.
These are the OGs.
Anger.
Chris Russo and Francesca. They were the OGs of like the shock sports media guys. Mad Dog, you know what I mean? But
Chris Russo.
So those
that guy.
Those are the people that
mother.
That's what they're doing. So people grew up reading that, and unfortunately, because of that, there's so many people that are just on Twitter, just standard general fans that think like this is how I should be criticizing sports. And so we're seeing a lot of that spill out into Twitter, where a lineup comes out and like people throw like they're like really upset. Yes. And like in our comments right here, I hated Bernstein, but I listened every day. That's exactly what they want.
It's also because you don't really sometimes you don't have a choice sometimes too. Like if it's the drive time show and you're on your way to work,
right,
you're gonna find something, and if that's the only thing you got, not everybody has
listen to music.
Yeah,
or listen to a podcast now.
Now you can just listen to us on the way to work every day, and I promise we'll stay positive. You can listen to the same podcast though over and over again, Monday through Friday. You'll have it memorized by Friday.
But I'm just saying, like, so that's how people are like, and I'm gonna say this right now on the show. I need to be better. I see things and I get really pissed off really quick, and I go to Twitter and rifle off some tweets, and then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, I'm an asshole. Why did I tweet that? What am I doing? Like, why are you so upset? It's fucking baseball. Calm the fuck down. So like, I have a new rule for myself. Like, before I hit send on a tweet, like I stare at it for like 2 minutes. Like, is this really what you want to put out there in the world? I don't delete tweets. The only time I delete tweets is when people can't read and it starts getting blown up and like. But yeah,
I have to admit, I delete tweets on Saturday mornings after I was really drunk the night before, and I'm like, Jesus, why did I write that? Because some of it's like just like nonsense. But I do know that there are times where I'm hungry and I tweet. You never tweet angry. You never tweet hangry. Don't tweet when you're hungry and hangry. And in my case, sometimes I tweet and then I'll smoke a little weed and I'll be like, oh, that was not smart.
Yeah. Liam Hendricks is in for the save right now for game 1.
By the way, did you guys see that ridiculous Carlos Rodon stat?
Which I mean, we could talk about
all of them.
All of them.
So he gave up a run against the Tigers in game 1 on Thursday, and the Tigers got 2 hits in I think it was the 4th inning.
His worst outing of the year.
That was the first time in any of his starts that he's giving up 2 hits in an inning.
Yeah,
and he gave up that jack on a ball that was like.
Right now, I'm just trying to have Kyle Hendricks not give up 2 home runs in an inning. Like, Rodon's out here just not giving up.
So if this all finishes the way that it should, he's going to be 4-0. He has a .47 ERA. 0.47 ERA.
I have bad news for you, Zoe. It went up.
Oh, it did. Oh, this isn't updated?
It went up all the way to 0.72.
God damn it!
He just gave up a home run. Did he just blow my bet?
No. He's out.
That was before the game. So
that doesn't have today's game.
Yeah.
In it.
So yeah, his 6 innings and 1 run got that ERA all the way up to 0.72.
So on Thursday in game 1, he came out, pitched 6 innings of work, gave up 2 hits, 1 run, 12 strikeouts.
Woo.
12, and he's doing it in like 5 different fashions. He's not just heavy on one pitch. Carlos Rodon is feeling himself, and he should be, because dude looks very, very, very good right now.
Dude, he's feeling himself?
You say so many innuendo things when you talk about baseball that I let go. You cannot jump on me for feeling himself.
Come on, strap it on.
Like, he's taking the step that like we all thought we were going to see Cease take right away.
Exactly. I was going to say my bold prediction, I was off by 1 pitcher. Because, dude, he looks so good. It looks so good. And I'm going to actually pull up Savant to pull up his.
And he's pounding right now, dude. He's locating. It looks like he's throwing. It's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball in the outside corner too.
He's hitting 99 in the 6th inning today.
No, I'm talking about Liam Hendricks right now. Hendricks is.
But I'm saying.
But yeah, I think I saw he had 23 whiffs in those 6 innings.
Really damn good. A lot of missed barrels.
The thing that Rodon's doing though is he's getting stronger as games go on. Like in his no-hitter, he was hitting his highest velo in the 9th inning.
Mm-hmm.
And he's doing it again today. Like, he's just unbelievable. I don't know.
That's a good thing. Well, you know, and he was his last start, that letdown start between a no-hitter is always that like danger start. And he wasn't super sharp after.
Right.
And then today, you see the bounce back, dude. He came back and he's comfortable and he's been able to process the no-hitter and he doesn't have to worry about. Now he goes out and just works again. You know, he's not going to throw a no-hitter every time, so he's going to go out there and do really well. And now the Sox are 1 out away from getting game 1, and as Alex said, the cease turnaround begins tonight.
I mean, it helps when you're facing like one of the worst offensive baseball.
Right, but I mean, they beat the White Sox on Tuesday.
Mm-hmm.
That game was a joke.
Well, and this was the bad lineup for the Sox. Joke. So they're in a position to win with their shit lineup.
That game was an absolute joke on Tuesday.
That was everything up and down. That was bad.
Detroit, they should have just played the fucking Benny Hill theme on the loudspeaker for the entire game. 5 errors from Detroit.
White Sox first 4 innings.
Yeah, White Sox still lose. And can we talk about double plays?
Can we?
Can we talk about double plays? So many double plays. I don't know what's up with Yasmani Grandal. He's not a bad baseball player. There's a couple people that keep tweeting that. You look dumb. He's not bad. He's just not doing well right now. But to say like what?
You're seeing the beginning of what you get with an aging catcher.
That's true, but he can't get the ball off the ground.
You know, he's I think who was it? I think it was Josh Nelson who tweeted out his numbers against fastballs.
Oh, that was Josh.
I think it was P. Knowles who he tweeted out that, you know, Grandal's kind of just been an average framer. Sox just won, I think.
Pay me, Station Casinos. Thank you for that plus $4.24 $10 bet.
But yeah, no, I mean Grandal, and I think it's not just him. I think Benetti mentioned it on the broadcast, and I think people have written about it. The Sox have they lead the league in ground ball percentage.
Yeah, Beefloaf from the 108 did a fantastic article about it. But yes, the White Sox, and it's not even close.
Mm-hmm.
Like the White Sox
are
number
53%.
Yeah, they are not getting, and that's the White Sox W in game 1. Sorry, my feed is a little slow, but Rodon with the 6th inning strong. Hendricks comes in and gets the save. So all you little crybabies, we paid him $55 million. Why doesn't he strike everyone out? Yeah, dude.
I like that
games.
voice, by the way, Zoe. I really like that. I like that voice. I wish you could tweet in that voice, like if you had like a font.
I wish I could. I think you can now. You can do voice tweets.
That's true. Right.
I'm just gonna troll the shit out of Ken Wu and just keep replying to his tweets like that.
Well, if he'll take a break from shitting on, if he takes a break on shitting on Rick Giolito for a second,
that's not cool. Rick's a friend of we like Rick. Rick's our guy.
He'll die on there. Ken Weasley from. Sorry, I made a little Ken. He was like Ron Weasley for me. I made it a reface with him, and now he's Ken Weasley.
Oh, this is what's good about doing these shows live when there's a game going on. Shout out to my guy Herb Lawrence. I know you're probably not watching, but you listen on Friday mornings. One, he beat my ass in MLB The Show, and it was the funniest game I've ever played. So it was worse than the Tuesday night Tiger Sox game. So many base running errors. And then all of a sudden, all of our outfielders just had cannons. But 2, after the White Sox won game 1, he just tweeted out in all caps, "What a masterclass by Tony La Russa. He managed the shit out of that game to get the White Sox to win. #managing."
That is one thing I have to say about Herb. I remember since the first time I ever heard him.
Never loved me.
He's always been on the managers do not matter list. So this isn't anything new, and I love it. He's always stuck by it. Doesn't matter who it was. Doesn't matter when the Cubs were winning with Joe Madden. It didn't matter last year with Ricky Renneria. It didn't matter with La Russa. He's always been on that line. Managers do not matter.
Managers account for maybe 1 or 2 wins over the course of 162 games.
Maybe
they do not matter.
No, and you know what? You want to call? Again, you want to cry about La Russa not pulling Giolito early. How about we cry about having 5 hits and getting 5 errors from the Tigers and having 2 runs? You score in those situations. Those are 10 freebies right there, and you get 2 runs. That game would have been over. Giolito would have been pulled early because they would have had a big enough lead that he was like, "I'm just going to rest Giolito." No, it's everything. Again, it's one thing and one thing another. Again, you can't. You can't get caught up again. It's, I joke about the results based, analysis. You can't look at the results. If the number, you play blackjack, right? If anybody's played blackjack,
Yep.
You have the dealer has a 6, right? And in the odds, you have a 20. The dealer has a 6. Do you hit? No, you stand, right? But just because you have the odds in your favor doesn't mean the dealer's not going to get a 5 and a 10, and all of a sudden you're going to lose. You play the best percentages you possibly can, and it does. Again, if it's a 60% chance to win, that means you have a 40% chance of not winning. Like 60% is success, right? In baseball, it's 30% is success as an offensive player. But as a manager, you play the percentages and you go out there, and people don't see. I'm sorry, and no offense to everybody that I know. I love Fangraphs. I love Baseball Savant. These teams aren't using Baseball Savant in the dugout to make decisions. They have their own analytic system.
They should.
That's true. Sometimes they should probably listen to Zoe, is what they should do.
Zoe
Analytics. Zoe Analytics is very important.
No, that area is spoken for in White Sox Twitter. But, dude, so lineups are one thing. The Giolito thing, I don't know. I think people are too much up his ass about that. Like you said, don't hit into 25 double plays, and that's not even an issue.
I always feel like pitching changes is like
pitching coach.
No, I mean, if we're gonna use a Kevin line, if we're just shifting the blame onto someone else, we're making an excuse for Tony La Russa. That was Tony La Russa. He's the manager.
He takes the blame. He wears the blame and passes the buck. You take the blame as a loss.
He's paid for it to realize. But no, what I was gonna say is it reminds me a lot of field goal kickers, or kickers in the NFL. Because at the end of the game, it's a guy makes the kick. He's like, hell yeah, kicker came in clutch, won the game for us. Kicker misses it. He's like, oh fuck, Cody Parkey, he missed it. But it's there was the rest of the game,
right?
That also,
yeah.
So it's not just one. And obviously,
you had the ball on the 2 and you didn't punch it in. You had to settle for a field goal,
it's later in the game, and things get more magnified. But like you said, Kevin, it's more than one thing can be true. The Sox definitely they had all those blown opportunities. Grandal grounded into a couple double plays. There was I think a third double play. Obviously they couldn't capitalize.
There were 4 double plays in the first 5 innings,
and they're only up 2-1. So they should have scored more. When you're facing a bad team, you got to step on their throats. But also you gotta see when your guys just doesn't have it anymore.
And this is the thing. This is the thing. This is what I love about La Russa, by the way, because look, it could have been very, some coaches some managers do this. Here's the thing: pitching coaches, especially in this case, Katz, who's known Giolito since he was 14 years old. The pitching coach's job is to say, Coach, he's done. Your job is literally to do one thing: watch your guy on the bump and make sure your dude's in the pen are ready to go. And that's what your bullpen coach is paid to do: is make sure the guys in the pen are ready. Your job as a pitching coach is to know when this guy's gassed. And Katz went out there, even talked to Giolito in the inning, and still walked on back. Now, I can tell you this, man. You've seen a guy enough. You know when they're gassed and you know where they're not. So somewhere along the line, there was a disconnect. Yes, Tony La Russa makes the final decision, but what the hell is a pitching coach's job other than to say, hey, my guy is done. Okay, Tony, you have to manage the entire scope of the game. My guy's done. That's his job, is to tell him that. So I can almost guarantee you that at some point in there was a lapse with Katz as well. And Katz has some blame in it, but Tony is not going to let his coach take the blame.
Right.
He's going to go out there. He's going to be Kevlar for them. He's a Kevlar. Every time there's a fuck up, if his third base coach makes a mistake, if his pitching coach makes a mistake, if anybody makes a mistake, he's going to wear that blame himself, because that's what good managers do. And then when someone does the job, when Carlos Rodon threw well, or when Lucas Giolito has been pitching well, Katz gets all the credit. No one's going, great job, Tony La Russa. They're going, great jobs, Katz. But when there's a pitching mistake, when there's a pitching lapse in judgment, Tony La Russa's at fault, and Tony wears that blame. And so, maybe you know what, Matty Mitch, you're right. He probably is scared shitless of Tony. I'm scared shitless of Tony La Russa. I would dump my pants if he looked at me with those non-Uber taking eyes. I would be terrified. Yeah.
So here's my thing on Tony. I'm not talking about lineups. I'm not talking about leaving a pitcher in too long. There's other things that are getting pointed out. Jim Margolis on Sox Machine did a really, really good article about this. There's other things that Tony is starting to show that makes me more nervous about not his managerial skills or his baseball knowledge, but just him as a human being. He's 76 years old. Mm-hmm. He's lived a pretty good life, pretty rough life. but
Drank a lot.
yeah, on the
Obviously.
road a lot, drank a lot.
He eats bacon every morning.
But like, not knowing how many outs there was in a key situation. I mean, I know that happens every once in a while, but like, he said he didn't have a clue, dude. And if you look at Tony at the end of some of these games, homeboy looks fucking wiped, dude. Like
That's a long time for him to not
really,
get applesauce.
really tired. Like
Someone needs to bring him like
We're-
a fifth inning sandwich or something.
we're 20 some games into this season, and I know the rumor is that he signed a 3-year. I don't see him being the manager of this team for this
I think he's
I think it's a
be there
one
for
and done.
24 years more. He's got 24 more years as a White Sox manager. Eat bacon, smoking heaters every day,
Bro,
drinking a fifth of whiskey for breakfast. He'll live to be 107.
he does not look good, dude.
He's going to be the Jamie Moyer of coaches.
I think it's going to be one and done.
I don't think so. I think he's going to be back for 2. I think he's going to give it 2. I think he's going to have. I think they'll either win a World Series this year or get close. Because again, by September, White Sox fans are going to be sucking on Rex Ryan, pulling a Rex Ryan and sucking on Tony La Russa's toes. That's my prediction. I think they're going to take the lead by May 2nd in the division, May 3rd, and I don't think they're going to let go of the division the rest of the season. So at that point, I mean, they're going to be 14-10 after today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
You really
like I
upset
said,
about
no, I'm not. I'm not talking about baseball stuff. I'm talking about him as a human being.
No,
Dude,
he's
he
going to be
looks like shit.
Have you not seen Weekend at Bernie's? My God, Jonathan Albertson, and Silverman, and
Yeah.
oh God, Kevin, is it McCarthy? Andrew McCarthy, one of the McCarthy brothers that are not irrelevant now. Yeah, we're just gonna put like,
Oh, okay.
hey, look, Tony, they got like a string. Tony said to pull the pitcher. He's going for a righty, and they're just pulling a string.
All right.
Pull the
So
string
the White Sox are currently putting
Oh.
out minor league assignments right now.
Burger to start.
Hey, good for you, dude. Jake Berger is going to start the year in Charlotte. That's a fucking great story, man.
Oh yeah,
That's
from
a
where he
real-
was just like
Yeah.
a year and a half ago.
Dude. And then, but the other one is young Cespedes, the big Cuban
Yoelki.
off. I didn't even try.
Good idea.
Off-season sighting. He's going to start in Birmingham, which is actually a lot higher than a lot of people expected. A lot of people thought he was going to start high A. So for him to start out double A, interesting. Berger being in Charlotte, Matty Mitch, 100%. We can absolutely, especially if they keep getting these bullshit double headers, Berger can definitely, we might be able to see him on the south side sooner or later. I mean, I'm just very, very happy for him, dude. Holy shit. That's awesome.
I hate to interrupt you. I just watched John Smoltz. Well, now I'm currently watching still, but I just watched John Smoltz give a hitting. He's giving hitting philosophy right now, and then now he's like actually talking about leading off at first. I can't read the audio, so maybe he's talking about what he looks at as a pitcher. No, he's talking about Acuna running. Okay, so yeah, we got John Smoltz getting base running advice on the MLB Network right now, which is
he's been pretty brutal too. A lot of these old guys.
It's different when you're talking than compared to just doing it. He knows what he could do physically, but sometimes verbalizing it is just not the same.
He used to be really good. It seems like he's kind of checked out too. But Sheets is going to go to Charlotte. Alex, I've told you in person, but I appreciate you. Keep putting the big names that people care about in the chat, please. Sheets in Charlotte, that's good for him too.
And Jack with the big news here is that he ordered some celebratory Chinese food for delivery. By the way, podcast night for me Thursday nights is Thai food night. So I'm with you there, Jack. Good boy. But Sheets will still rake in Charlotte.
But I guess, yeah, that's all I really have on him, on La Russa. It is what it is. He could put out a lineup of all-stars from the last 15 years and people would still be like, this is bullshit.
Yep.
It's just like you said. It's not terrible.
Do you think like Tony La Russa gives you shit? Like that's the funny part is everybody's tweet like he's never gonna read it. So everyone's like, everyone that like tweets like
that's why I'm
Tony. It's like
but like all right, so like we keep like saying this and who cares then though?
Yeah, well that's what I'm saying.
You're yelling at the crowd.
Like why do you care so much, Kevin?
I just maybe I don't know because I've fallen in love with White Sox Twitter up until the season started, and now I still am in love with White Sox Twitter. But oh my god, it's toxic. Sometimes.
Because they're gonna have a really good team, and when like anything negative, the Cubs fans were freaking out in 2016 when they finished the first half 5-15. They thought the season was up.
I'm trying to live vicariously through the White Sox right now.
Why you're like, oh my god, my pristine White Sox Twitter is fighting against each other.
I need White Sox. I need the White Sox to do well because are shit right now. Need to live vicariously through White Sox fans that I give a shit about and care
But
about.
like,
Because
what I'm saying is, this is every
Matt Duffy's batting third, which is fine. He actually is pretty good right now.
Well,
Well, that's the scary part. Matt Duffy's batting third, and it's kind of justifiable.
It is justifiable.
Jake Lamb. Here's some more White Sox. Lambert, Rutherford, Gonzalez, and Sevi Zavala are going to start in Charlotte. The trio of high school pitchers are in Kannapolis. That's awesome.
I love Yumper screen,
but
his icon, his picture.
Here's a reason why everybody could just take a nice fucking deep breath. We still got one more game against Detroit tonight.
When
we are after the win, we're 2 games back at Kansas City.
Facing a lefty.
We're 2 games back from Kansas City, but the thing is, we have the third best. The White Sox have the third best run differential in the American League. Houston has the best. They're in 4th place. Holy shit, that's hilarious. Oakland is 16-10 with a -3 run differential.
Yeah, because they can
matter of time.
Houston the first week.
Yep.
It's a matter of time. These teams that are doing it well, sooner or later, the numbers will fall into place over the course of 162 games. I love that the Royals are in first. I love that the Pirates are playing well. The only team of these early, like, kind of sneakies, I actually think the Giants might be pretty legit. But that's it. The Royals will fall off. The Pirates are going to fall off. They have the Pirates right now have the best bullpen in baseball, which sucks for Chasen because I was ready to take a dump all over the Pirates bullpen. And really, I can't really complain. Yeah, they've been really good. So, you got the Dodgers. The Dodgers should have like 25 wins by now, right? I mean, the Padres are 12-10, or like you've got these teams that are just struggling out of the gate, but you know how superior they are. And the law of averages tell you that over time, especially 162, not just 60. These teams, the cream's going to rise to the top eventually. Like, again, that's why I think that, freaking out in April, you can lose a postseason berth early in the season, just like you can lose a game early in the ball game, but you can't really win anything in April. You can lose it, but you can't win it. And so I think everyone just needs to I think people need to just take a step back from the ledge a little bit. And just, again, I talked to a buddy today at school, and he's a big Sox fan, and he comes in and I was like, he's happy. He's like, I'm like, you must not be on Twitter.
Yeah, he must not have Twitter.
I'm like, you must not be on Twitter. And he's like, oh, no. I know better than that. And he's my age. And so, but he's like, look, he goes, we're in a window right now. He goes, why should I be pissed off right now? We're starting what is going to be considered, especially considering the almost the decades that go between good Sox, like really good Sox teams. Mm-hmm. He's like, we're in a window right now. This is going to be the golden age of White Sox baseball. Last time we saw a White Sox team like consistently good every year, they threw the World Series. So it's been a while. Like when you've had a consecutively good squad that's going to stick around for a bit.
06 was good. 06 had 95 wins, but they just ran into a fucking buzzsaw that year.
And that was it. That was 2 years, right?
Yep.
Like at least for Cubs, we had like 03 and then we had like 6 years and then, or 4 or 5 years and then 09 and whatever, and then we had a little bit, we knew we were rebuilding and then you get back to it 2015. So it's almost been like 5 years in between. The White Sox have been 10 years since they've been anywhere close to remotely good. 10 years since a 500 season, right? Mm-hmm. Other than last year, which is a 60-game season. That's a lot of PTSD to really purge out. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a whole season to get used to like it not being the other shoe's not going to drop. You don't have to wait for the other shoe to drop. You don't have to wait for the sky to fall. Mm-hmm. It's not going to fall. But it's fallen so often that White Sox fans it takes a while. You have to almost unlearn what you have learned over the last decade or even longer to get there to enjoy it. And I look forward to a day when, again, you enjoy it. Cubs fans went from optimistic 2015, amazing. They were upset a little bit in 2016, but I don't remember much toxicity, but I was more positive. But then 2017 was horrible. And I feel like sometimes White Sox Twitter goes from 2015, which was last year, skipping over the World Series win and straight to 2017. Don't enjoy it. It's going to be fun. Over the course of time, you're going to miss a window. You're going to miss the chance to enjoy it.
Done telling people how to be a fan. That's like one of my big, I don't like that. Like, if you want to be fucking miserable, whatever floats your fucking boat, man. You know what I mean? Like, I've had a lot of like, with the whole thinking about tweeting and like all this other stuff, like I've gotten some shitty news in the last like 2 weeks, and like I was really fucking pissed when I got rained out on Tuesday, and like it made me just think about.
I blame La Russa for that too, man.
I was just thinking about a bunch of stuff, and I'm just like, what am I doing, dude? Why am I getting? People are so fucking miserable over goddamn baseball that you have no control over. Like, yes, be a fan, be like all into it, but I guess, like I said, if that's your bag, dude, knock yourself out. But
who's starting for the Cubs tonight on the bump? I forget. Alzolay, right?
Edbert Alzolay.
As a lie. The other one, real quick, with the White Sox minor, because this is kind of a big one. Fucking Micker Adolfo is starting in Birmingham. Come on, dude.
Isn't he like 25 already, or how?
Dude, he's been in the White Sox system for 52 years. It's just
Okay, no, he's 20. He's 24. Okay, he's 24.
Yeah, it's just unreal, dude. But the other thing I wanted to touch on real quick, because he played really good in game one of this doubleheader. Someone taught Zach Collins how to frame, and he's actually becoming a pretty damn serviceable catcher. Like, his frame rate has gotten a lot better. He's ripping doubles now. Like, I had my doubts on him, and as I say 1,000 times on the show, I'll wear it when I'm wrong on a guy. Collins is making me eat it right now. Like, he's looking pretty damn good.
It says here, Collins has been one of the worst framers in the league. According to prior to today's game.
Right. It's like he started out the season really bad at it, but it's the last like 2 or 3 games. It's not enough to like get him off out of the basement, but you can notice it the last 2 or 3 games. I don't know if he's working with Grandal, why he hasn't been doing that this whole time. You have like the best framer as the guy in front of you. Like, why wouldn't you just be like, yo, dude, can you teach me how to do that sometime?
You know what you could do? You could DH for Grandal and let the pitcher swing it for themselves.
No.
Grandal's where, you know what? I'm going to say this.
No.
Look.
No.
And Grandal, look, everyone's like down, and he's struggling early. Like, and again, Tony La Russa, like with the bunt and everything, he's reading the current state of things. He sees what Grandal is doing. But I'm going to tell you right now, Grandal is going to figure it out. Like, Yas will figure it out over the course of time. Like, I joke around about the catcher's interference, and he had a really bad start. He came out of the gate and tripped over his own dick. It's fine. It happens. You trip over your shoelaces, you move on. But over the course of the season, dude's a professional. The dude's going to figure it out. Again, over time, he goes out there, gets it done. So, like, the White Sox catching core, I think is very solid. I think you've got a really good depth there, but I think that Yas is going to eventually get hot. Like, hot. And where people are going to be like, ooh.
I'm not going to say who tweeted this because I don't want to talk about him, but this is the kind of stupid shit that I'm talking about. I'm really hoping this is a joke, but the fact that I'm not sure kind of dictates on the way that you present yourself. Take that extension money you were going to give Giolito and give it to Rodon.
You went there. I mean, Rodon's really good.
By the way, according to Baseball Prospectus, this was before today's game. Zach Collins, 57th out of 67 catchers in framing, 1 spot ahead of James McCann.
Breaking moves.
Moves? Is this a cow thing?
Breaking moves. Tony La Russa says Lurie Garcia will start in right field for game 2. He said Garcia is a strong player once he gets going, so hopefully today we'll get him going. La Russa felt he was pressing early in the season, which
there you go.
He is a streaky player. I mean,
so Lurie got a big hit today too, right? So
yeah, that's why he's saying.
Yeah,
but
I think Lurie has some photos of Tony La Russa.
The thing that pisses me off about him saying that is obviously Vaughn's the same way, and Vaughn was just getting going, and you benched him for Lurie.
Got to make him earn it.
Yep.
He was earning it.
No. So you have to make him uncomfortable.
Yep.
You have to make him earn it. You have to do all this bullshit that doesn't really matter and
Carry the pack
not put your best lineup.
And then the other thing I was
if he could survive
at,
this season, he could survive an easy season. It's just going to make everything seem that much easier for poor Vaughn.
Yeah, and like Alex said, Eaton has a -40 WRC plus versus lefties.
Yeah, I mean, somebody has to start, right? Because you still don't have Angle back.
So does everybody still hate Eaton? Like, I'll be honest, like, because the dude he's like 7th in the league in RBI.
I'll tell you what exactly. I tweeted this, and I'll say it right now. I'm not trying to drink 30 delicious Busch Lights with the guy, but he's getting fucking RBIs for my favorite team, so I'm okay with that.
Rizzo. Oh, nice catch. Damn it, Cunha.
That's his dog. It's the Cubs game isn't on right now. Oh, I thought your
dog's
dog's
just
name
caught
was
a ball at the base of the fence.
I thought your dog's name was Rizzo. The way you were looking,
no,
your dog's name was Rizzo.
My dog's name is Kerouac, but my next dog will be named
KB.
Chaffee.
Chaffee.
Okay, there you go.
I got another like from Chaffee this week, by the way. So I peaked on like Tuesday.
But yeah,
he's our turd. There you go. He's your turd.
That's my thing with Adam Eaton. Like, I'm not gonna go out and rip 30 delicious Busch Lights with them. I'm going to keep saying Busch Lights till they sponsor us. Busch Lights with them. But
what if you said the champagne of beers?
I'm just saying, like, he's producing, dude. He's doing exactly. So all you can ask when you bring a player like him in is that he you put an expectation for him, and then you just hope that he can reach that. The White Sox brought Adam Eaton in to play somewhat flawless defense in right field, like be a plus defender in right field, and to hit right-handed pitching extremely well.
Mm-hmm.
And
so far, so good.
So far, that's what he's done. And he's always been that guy that's going to take the extra base. He's always been that guy that he's grit. Mm-hmm. You know, he's always been. But the wrench
he's kind of an asshole, which is fine. You want to half a prick, like it's fine.
The wrench in the plan though was the other Adam getting hurt because it was supposed to be a platoon out there. And apparently, if you play outfield for the White Sox right now, you're going to get hurt or sick or one thing or the other. Something's going to happen sooner or later to you. Just don't die. That's the White Sox new motto for the outfield.
Here's my question, though. Do you think that the fact that Ozuna was available for at least a second, even though that there's no way the White Sox were going to be able to pay that, do you feel like that is almost like for some people like that what could have been kind of thing? So Eaton gets like a raw deal because everyone thinks that he could have gotten. I think
Ozuna Eaton gets a raw deal because of his fucking mouth. And
yeah, well, because how he left, right? He left on bad.
Yeah, no, I don't feel any sorrow or poor Eaton or any of that shit. No, you did it. You made your bed, motherfucker. So that's why.
Your cap though. The dude isn't bitched about it. He just goes out there and works. He hasn't been like I'm so sorry for it. He's like, hate me, fine. I'll go hit. I'll earn it.
I give it credit, and when if. In the end of October, if he's holding up a fucking World Series trophy and second on his team in RBIs, no one's going to say a goddamn thing. Again,
he'll be suckling off his teeth.
No, I'm not. I'm just going to be like, hey, good job.
Thanks.
I'm going to go talk to a lot of other people. I'm going to go enjoy these delicious Busch Lights with Luis Robert, not you.
But he will have a pizza. Bring Domino's.
So the lineup for Game 2, Anderson, Luis Robert, Moncada, Abreu, Mercedes Grandal, Vaughn, Garcia, Madrigal, Cease. They're giving Cease the full fucking force.
Against the Tigers, against a lefty who actually Boyd's been good. Boyd has been good.
White Sox light Boyd up. White Sox,
whatever that number is, bet it.
White Sox light Boyd up. It's like it was, yeah.
Does he look like Phil Mickelson to you? By the way, I'm just looking at his picture right now, and Matthew Boyd looks like Phil.
I gotta
Mickelson.
look him up.
What a piece of hitting by Matt Duffy right there.
Matt Duffy is the hottest hitter on the Cubs.
Shortened up. His contact rate, by the way, is fantastic. We talked about like not having three outcome guys like back to back.
You don't know who Matt Duffy is?
I need to admit something. I don't know who Matt Duffy is.
Matt Duffy is legitimately a contact guy, and so they put him in the 3-hole, and he just hit a weak ground ball through the right side because the second baseman for the Atlanta was pushed up the middle. He barely gets it by the second baseman. He might have been able to leave his feet and maybe field it, but
I don't even know what position he plays.
I think Matt Duffy was like top 3 rookie of the year, 2015.
Yeah, he was part of the KB, Jock, KB, and Duffy.
He was taken in the 18th round, pick number 568 overall by the San Francisco Giants in 2012.
I'm gonna put the
mute on. Can we get another live Chris Bryant home run?
Putting the mute on as KB hits. I will not yell, I promise. If he hits one in the air, I'll just immediately hit mute.
My fucking eardrums can't take it.
I am so tempted to live screen it. But
guys, I blew a blood vessel in my eye when KB hit that ground ball. I have a blood vessel in my left eye now that has like a little, like the little bloody thing you get like right next to your pupil. I got one of those. My girlfriend's like, what's wrong with your eye? I'm like, I think I might have had a stroke when KB
I can't watch the Cubs game. I can watch the Dodgers Brewers game, but I can't watch the Cubs game,
which is blacked out here. The Dodgers Brewers game is blacked out here. So
right now, I think I'm way ahead of Kevin.
Suck it.
But it's a 1-2 count, Chris Bryant right now.
I got a 1-1 count. So
for everyone tuning in on Friday to hear this Thursday night,
this is good podcasting. But I want to go back to the White Sox lineup for Game 2.
Wait, read it again. So I'm sorry.
It's the lineup you'd want. It's Anderson,
2 left fielders, right?
Anderson, Robert, Moncada, Abreu, Mercedes, Grandal, Vaughn, Garcia, Madrigal.
KB has bad chase.
I mean, you substitute Garcia for Adam Eaton Adam Engel when he comes back against the lefty, but that's your lineup. But what I like about this is Tony trying to get Cease on track. You know what I'm saying? Like this is him being like.
Dylan, again, the Tigers have, I think, for as bad as we've seen the Cubs be,
hit away from the shift.
The Tigers have like the worst offense in baseball, I think. So like, there is no excuse for Dylan Cease, and Dylan Cease has like owned the Tigers, hasn't he? Like in his career.
Bless America.
Great piece of hitting by KB to shorten up and hit a little.
The start of tonight's second game will be delayed due to a storm.
Oh no!
Approaching from the northwest. We do expect to get this game in this evening.
Okay. Well,
So-
at least nobody got loose.
Hey, tweet that out. Although tweet it out, just be like, hey, you can't watch the Sox game, so come talk
Listen
with
to
us.
us. That was so I am going to say this because I mean, if you were so on Thursday night, this is Friday for those of you that are in the time machine.
Mhm.
Chris Bryant, they're shifting obviously for Pole. He does roll over a lot left side. He's got a first and third situation, one out. KB shortens his swing up, hits a fister where there's nobody at, and really it's the four hole, base hit, drives in a run. Look at that, a shorten up, and now we've got Javi Baez in a situation where this is where he's supposed to come out of his shoes. This is where Javi can swing.
Well, I'll tell you one
hard.
thing: he doesn't strike out, so there's that.
Okay, well this is a situation. Oh, he's gonna roll into a double play, Galdo. Come on.
No, he doesn't. Nope. I would have said.
Oh, good.
I would say I wish he would have struck out.
Oh, he just did fielder's choice because he got down the line. Oh, he did roll in a double play. No, he beat it out. Okay, but that was the situation where he should come out of his shoes. I like when you score a run with a guy on third, and then you take that big old I'm going to try and hit the ball out into the moon.
Holy shit, Chris! That was an aggressive slide by KB. Don't get hurt. Do not get hurt. You're the only good thing about the Cubs right now.
He finally killed that stupid the head first slide. That's a good slide.
Can you teach Robert that? Luis Robert does that still. The stupid head first
Kevin,
slide.
learn
First slide is
Spanish and,
dangerous, man.
Tell Luis Robert how not to slide head first.
If you have to wear a mitten to slide,
The
maybe
mittens
you shouldn't slide that way.
the
That's
mittens
just like a
the
common thing now.
I know.
new hot. All right, here's another good thing about this is why they need to get this game in. From our stat checker Alex, Dylan Cease is 5-0 with a 2.86 ERA and 5 starts against Detroit. Cease is the first Sox pitcher to win each of his first 5+ career starts versus 1 appointment since Mark Burley just gave Texas the old no lube.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was saying.
Giant?
Like,
Is the Giant with us?
owned the Tigers.
yeah,
That's the Giant with us. We got the Giant with us.
Jeff the Giant.
Hey,
That's
Jeff.
my guy,
Hey,
dude.
buddy.
That's my guy.
Sorry, I just noticed that. I'm sorry. I just wanted to give him a shout out. I love that.
But
man.
this is so they need to play this game tonight because this is the type of shit get
They're just
Dylan on the
delaying-
mound. Get Dylan on the mound versus a team that he normally dominates. Put your best 9 behind him
Balk.
and just
We got a balk
go.
offense.
Balk.
hey, don't be
Thank
stealing
you.
the White
He
Sox
fucking
shit.
shit himself.
I
Hey,
am
by the way,
jealous that you guys
conspiracy
I don't know
theory.
who on White Sox Twitter started. I think it might have been Bennett, but when you started the hashtag wild pitch offense or hashtag whatever, that was pretty.
I saw it
Hey,
for the first time from Beef Loaf. I'm not sure
okay.
where else it came in.
conspiracy
Whoever
theory.
it was, love it.
The White Sox are delaying the game so that the Bears can get all the pub when they trade up in the draft to get a quarterback, which I bet at plus 500 odds for the Bears to draft a quarterback. Please do it. Give me some money. I need it. I'm a teacher. That was a bog. He looked like he got a shoelace.
That's a
caught.
perfect segue. Speaking of give us money because we're poor,
Oh,
we have T-shirts out there. Yeah, go buy T-shirts. Yeah, we can gift that. Go buy T-shirts. But
there's
we
some
got
good stuff on there. We got tank
Yeah.
tops. We've got sweatshirts. Now
mugs. The mugs are good.
hoodies. I mean, our resident Yumper, you changed your icon again.
No, he's all
Yumper
over
bought
the
some.
place.
Yumper bought some swag the other day.
Yep.
So we got.
Yeah,
I have $4.
We got baby onesies, we got hoodies, we got ringer tees, regular tees, tank top, women's tees,
What do you as listeners want us to make? What could we
mugs.
make?
Do
that
you
would
want?
like?
I mean, this is our first line of shirts. Yeah, that's a good point, Kevin. This is our first line of shirts with
sex dolls. Zoe's sex dolls would be.
Get
awkward.
your pinwheels and ivy.
It reminds me of Dennis from It's Always Sunny when Mac has the Dennis doll. A little creepy. Dennis.
What if we made like a Tony La Russa punching bag for all the White Sox fans?
But
That would
like a
fly
lineup
off the-
a lineup stress ball?
Whatever.
Except it's Tony La Russa's head.
back to the T-shirts. So the
We're
first
spitballing here. We're
the first
spitballing.
line that we came out with, obviously, it's just our logo. We have an awesome logo. I love our logo. Stickers, you can get stickers in the store. You can get stickers of our logo, Dan.
Here's a question: would you buy a shirt that has Zoe as the Pope with a Father Zoe pinwheels and ivy shirt?
No,
I would wear that to
No,
church.
I'd probably
that's
go
no.
with bad idea.
I wear it to church.
Wait, let's see. Wait, say that again, Kevin.
It would be a Father Zoe in a Pope's outfit saying Father Zoe, and it would be his face on the Pope. And then
Such for that shit. I didn't do that. Aldo did it.
I think it's a no.
you know what that makes me feel like?
I don't give a shit.
No.
But
I tried.
tweet us your idea. I mean, we
Pocket tees.
Pocket tees. All right.
there you go. See, now we're cooking.
How about I would like a romper, a Pinwheels and Ivy romper.
So you and Luke can well too.
June 4th.
Um,
I will be at the White Sox game June 4th. Everybody's buying me beers. If you don't, I'm gonna fight you.
what was I gonna say? Oh, how many
T-shirt.
times over the course of like the 3 years we've been doing the show have we been like print the shirts?
Well, a lot of times.
Yeah, but we can't copy obvious shirts.
No,
You know what I mean? So like, because they're cool, they're good people. Maybe we can reach out to them, or maybe you all should tweet them to do a collab shirt with us or something. But that's just one.
Mhm.
Like, I want to do a shirt. I would wear a shirt that just said "Yerman the God," but that looks like an obvious T-shirt. So we have to like think of a creative way around it.
Mhm. I honestly, I'm already here for the Burl Caraway shirts. To be
Right.
honest,
Oh, that's you're the CEO and founder of the
Burl Caraway.
Callaway T-shirt company.
A
absolutely.
Nico Suave shirt.
Nico
Suave.
Suave. See, I actually almost wore my Nico freaking Horner obvious shirt tonight, but I wanted to make sure we showcased our delicious apparel.
Wait, Zoe, didn't we have a magical idea?
We did.
Shirt? What was
Oh,
that?
is it-
I forget.
Was it him in the Never-Ending Story writing Falcor? Because I would buy that shirt.
That'd be awesome. But then we start getting into players likeness and all that
Yeah.
shit. And
That's the hard part. Is you got to like again. Snark Burley did great when they did the pen is mighty.
We
That
can't
was
do Mr. 3000 because I think that they did those joke shirts for
yep,
him.
they already did that. They already did that.
Damn.
I would love to just. I would wear a shirt of just his stat line that just says
Size
"Suck it."
doesn't matter.
That just says "suck it." I'd wear the shit out of that shirt.
I would wear like a KB shirt. I probably could get approval for a likeness on that one, but I would probably wear a KB shirt that says "Pay the man."
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yes.
That would be a big seller.
Yes.
By the
That
time we
would
get
be a big
the
seller.
shirt printed, though, he'll be traded to the Dodgers, and I'll be like stabbing my own eyes
I
out.
mean,
So.
you can still Dodgers fans can still buy that.
That's true, and they will pay the
People
man.
do.
He goes to the Dodgers. We talked about this Monday. He goes to the Dodgers. He ain't leaving. By the way, I know this is totally on the side.
Oh man, they just showed the balk on MLB Network.
That was pretty rough.
He literally got us like he got shoelaces caught.
That
So
was bad.
I know this is on the side or whatever, but I mean, again, we talk about Rick Giolito and how
Shout
Ken
out
Wilson
Rick.
after Rick. Rick is a good man. There's
Not
a reason
cool.
why it's very hard for dads, especially baseball dads, pro sports dads, to get on Twitter. And Rick has just got balls to be on there in the first place. And again, Ken will ask, "Why are you doing on Twitter if you're your dad? Don't be on here." No, that's actually great because we love to interact with the father. And Mike is not on Twitter. I don't think Mike
God.
wants to be on Twitter
Mhm.
because then we'd have to take his phone away because Mike is extremely passionate. And but he did send me this. He just wants me to know that KB right now in the National League is 9th in batting average, 11th in RBI, 9th in homers, 10th in runs, 14th in on-base percentage, 6th in slugging, 5th in OPS, 14th in hit, and 2nd in doubles.
He stinks.
Stinks. Trade him.
He
Like, why would you? I
stinks.
would literally trade everybody on the entire roster and play with minor leaguers and KB, Horner, and probably Duffy now at this point. I love Duffy.
So I have to ask you, how do you feel about Craig Kimbrell closing out games for the Twins in July?
Ooh.
Why is that a thing?
Mhm.
Oh, I made it up. Well, I was just because the Cubs aren't going anywhere, really. They're just like that streaky team. They're going to win like 4 or lose 4. They're
Oh,
probably going to be like a 500 team. I'm kind of giving up, but not completely, but it's not looking that great. So if they do start to trade players, I mean, Kimbrel has to be like at the top of the list because who doesn't want a closer? And hopefully he keeps it up. And I mean, I was just looking at teams who keeps blowing saves. The Twins.
well, yeah.
It's so bad. Oh my
Oh
god!
my-
Every time you look up, he's blowing something.
Have you watched? Have you
Kevin
actually like?
Jacobson, he's just always blowing.
Have you actually watched one of his blown saves, like the actual game footage of it?
I have not. Wait.
Dude, he's trying to throw that cutter, and it's not
Just
moving
not-
an inch.
It's just
It is
shitty.
not. It is just sitting dead middle, and people are just pissing on it, and it's not moving at all. It's
Hey.
not the one that Luplo hit, the walk off in Cleveland. Like he Coleman might as well have just walked up to the plate, put it on a tee, and said, "Have a good night, guys," because it just said it was weird. The ball was going, and it just like stopped in the middle of the plate, belt high, and it was like slow motion. I've never seen a pitch so bad in my life.
I mean, Alex is right. Who knows if the Twins are even going to be buyers by July?
Alex, good point. And is this one of the most gratifying things for White Sox fans is to see him not only struggle, but also struggle for the Twins specifically?
It's 3 fronts.
I'm not happy to see him struggle just because he was a dog for the Sox, dude. He did good work for the White Sox. It is good that he's doing it for the Twins. Like I laugh at all the tweets of people being like, "Ha, Rick Hahn sent him up there as a secret agent to purposely nuke the Twins season." But so that's good to see. The only reason I laugh at it is because certain people in White Sox Twitter were pissed when we signed Hendricks instead of Coleman because of the price difference. And yeah, a Twins loss makes me happy. I don't give a shit who it's to. I don't care what time of the day it is. I don't care where they are in the division. Whenever the Twins lose, I get happy. Bottom line.
Yep.
That's a shirt right there. Whenever the Twins lose, I get happy.
And will they be buyers? Let's be honest, guys. They will be buyers eventually.
That lineup's too good to stay.
It's going to be the Twin. It'll be the Sox, the Twins, and probably a little bit of the Indians too. But in the end, it's going to be Sox and Twins. It's just. I
think the Royals are going to finish higher than the Indians this year.
And that's possible, and good for the Royals too, because they're building out. But in the end, I don't see why White Sox fans right now should kind of poke the bear. This is like Bears fans poking the Packers when they're 0-2 and the Bears are 1-1. It's a little early to start poking the bear a little bit. There's a long season to go, and I think the Twins will be back.
Their lineup's too good to stay this shitty.
It is. The cream rises to the top, man. It's 162 games. It's not a short 60 gamer, man. You have so much time to figure things out, and there's so many tweaks that have to be made, and the Twins will figure it out. But there is some pressure, which is weird because in Minnesota you'd think, oh yeah, he maybe I was ice fishing today and I didn't see the game. I mean, is it still snowing up there? Probably not, but it's Minnesota. They're eating juicy Lucy's and probably not worrying about the Twins just yet. And there's a lot of eventually, if it's June and they're still sucking, yes, be frightened. But you know what? It's going to be it's going to come down to the White Sox and the Twins, and anybody that don't go out there, don't go giving the White or the Twins fans screenshot material for later.
Oh, it's fine. They do it. If the coin was different, they do the same. That Ted dude's such a fucking turd. That's the only reason why I would do it. But it's a long season, man. But they look bad. They look really bad. Like
expectations are heavy.
Yeah, and they got a lot of dudes that are on the back nine. You know what I'm saying? Like Miata, like Nelson. Well, Nelson Cruz still hits piss missiles, but they got a lot of older players like Donaldson. Donaldson, man, that dude looks like a house of cards right now. When he's running, it looks painful, and just I don't know. We're seeing maybe some.
Is there really a team in either league that was projected to be great this year that isn't underachieving right now? Like, I can't think of one team that's doing. I mean, even the Dodgers, like, they're 15-8 or whatever it is. That's not good enough for.
Well, here you go. Tampa Bay is 500. Toronto's 11-12. Yankees are 11-14. Sox are 13-10. Sox are probably one of the best ones. Minnesota's 8-15. Angels are 12-11. Houston's 13-12.
See, they're figuring it out. Houston's starting to figure it out. They started slow, but they're
they got their
Oakland won 11 in a row after starting 0-7 or something.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Houston got their players back. They had 12 dudes out for COVID.
And the White Sox are about to start. They're about to start getting these players injected back into the lineup too as they get healthy.
I'm trying to think of who I thought Washington would be better.
Oh yeah,
at 9-12, but Soto's been hurt.
Yep, I thought the Braves would be better, but the Braves are getting better. It helps with the Cubs, I guess. Playing the Cubs help. Like with the Brewers.
Cincinnati started out real hot, but they died down. They still got a +6 run differential just because they pissed on teams.
They just kill when they beat.
Dude, the West is ridiculous, dude.
The Dodgers were rocking until Bob.
Everyone in the West has a positive run differential except for Colorado. They're at -8.
And I think like I said, the Giants are the only team that I think aren't pretenders of those early overachievers. But again, Dodgers fans, this is the thing. I don't know if you guys follow. I mean, again, I'm here in Vegas. We're Dodger fan. There's Dodgers. I mean, I could probably roll over and step on roll over onto a Dodgers fan out here in Vegas. They're everywhere. Nobody is panicking. There's not a single I know they're still in first, but I know that there's a lot of expectations for this team to win like 105 to 110 games, and nobody's panicked out here because they're so used to it at this point. They're like Dodger fans. They're late to the complaints too. They should.
I mean, they're 16-9.
Third month of the season, yeah, but they should have 20 wins. Third month of the season, they'll start showing up. Like
I mean, they
that's
just won the World
Dodger fan
Series.
for you.
They got a plus 37 run differential.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a difference between. I know what you're saying, Kevin, but like the
But
Dodgers
the White Sox have a
really,
great run differential.
The
and people are
Dodgers
still
have been
freaking
like
out.
great for a decade.
I know, and that's the thing is they know they've been here before,
Right.
and that's why I talk about White
So
Sox
that's
fans.
not really
is
comparable to. Like,
you got to
anyone
break that. The cycle can only be broken by being broken. Does that make sense? You can't get the monkey off your back till you get the monkey off your back, and usually getting the monkey off the back means beating the Twins. Or last year was it the Indians that had their number or whatever they're called now in Cleveland Ball Club or whatever. That kind of had their number. You got to break those. The Cubs, in their case, in 2015, broke the Cardinals, and all of a sudden the Cardinals were just like it was like in the Waterboy when Fonzie's across the doing I visualize this little baby, hello little baby. They get over it, and all of a sudden the mystique is gone, and that's for the White Sox fans. That's got to happen. You've got to have a moment where
eventually, though, dude, man, you got to give them a little slack. We haven't been in back-to-back playoffs since like 1908. Like
exactly.
No, never.
It's just trained PTSD. It's reactionary.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
So used to it.
You're saying exactly, but I'm saying you got to cut them a little slack. Like you're telling people to act as if we don't know any better right now.
Yeah, but you still hold them accountable for it. That's how you grow. It's like you're like, hey, eyes up front. We got this. Relax. But Cub fans were pretty bad too. But again, I'm the guy that during the rain delay said, everybody relax. This is all going to work out well. The baseball gods just cooled everybody down.
And that's a good point, though. The Brewers are playing well with Christian Yelich.
I mean, the Brewers are fucking annoying.
Alzolay just got a hit. He's got one as many hits as Jock.
Did you see though your boys though?
Which
Corbin
one?
Burns on the IL.
Yeah, that was weird.
That's going to be big.
I think it's COVID. Maybe I think it might be COVID related because they didn't. They're like he's on the IL. No injury.
Alzolay should have had a double. That was down the first baseline.
I just don't want him to get hurt. It's fine.
He's got such a good smile, man. I love it, dude. The kid is having a good time. His tweets, by the way, he is a great follow on Twitter. For those of you that Cub fans that are at least of the 8.
Oh, I know you love those tweets, guys.
He's always positive, man. He's like the beautiful
there's
day.
Motivational tweets from.
I love it. You know what? There's positivity out there, man. Find the positivity. I'm trying to not be negative. I really am trying not to. It's hard not to, but it's frustrating. The Cubs ownership frustrates me, so that makes it a little bit harder.
Right. Forget about the Ricketts.
That is not okay because that's someone that's taking money out of my
my
guy's pocket.
Oh, this is a cerebral play here by the White Sox. Adam Eaton, the reason he's not playing is not because he's dog ass versus lefties. It's because he's serving his 1-game suspension.
What? Oh, because of the shove?
Yeah. That's a good move. Oh,
I completely forgot about that.
That's clever.
You're absolutely cheeks versus lefties. Yeah. Serve your suspension.
It's almost like they have a veteran guy in the clubhouse making decisions.
I don't think it took a lot of thinking to do that one.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Yeah.
We should give everybody credit for tying their shoes.
Like what Alex said yesterday.
It's not Velcro.
You lean. What do you define lean on Tony La Russa's side?
Yeah.
Oh my God! Alex just said smart use of the suspension. That's probably Rick Hahn, though.
I mean, that's probably common sense.
I mean, yeah, it's probably complicated of a move.
Yeah, the reason I said it was cerebral is just because I didn't even think you could do it. But yeah, apparently right now Carlos Rodon is plus 3,000 to win AL Cy Young.
Bet it right now.
So if you bet $17, you can win 500.
Teresi called the 17 wins. So
yeah, no, Teresi's looking very smart right now.
He is.
With
I
that
mean, he's well, I don't want to say look smart, but he does sound smart now at this point.
I mean
he's actually he looks the smartest.
Okay, I know. So obviously there is that tweet that you read earlier, Zoe, about Rodon, but like obviously that can't be serious. But would you right now, if you're the
Rizzo
Sox,
dropping a little blooper,
approach Rodon and be like, hey, what do you think about a nice 3-year extension? Or no? You just want to like let the season ride out.
Yeah, I feel like you're buying at the highest point right now.
Yeah, so, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like it's a long year, so I hope Carlos can keep it up at this level the entire year. That'd be fucking awesome. But
always negotiate after a bad start.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Basically, I'm like, dude,
negotiate after a bad start.
he's 4-0 with a sub-1 ERA right now.
Yeah.
Not a good time to talk about money.
Yeah. No.
Actually, but like,
Wait for the blow up. I'm like, hey.
Yeah, wait for like the 2 game, like, recession and be like, hey, 2 years?
Jeez, Wilson.
Yep. But I don't know. We're heading into, hopefully, I don't know what time. I'm looking out my window and it's clear blue skies, but I thought they were gonna play on Wednesday. And
what time was the game supposed to start?
In 20 minutes.
It's time TBD at this point. Looks like.
Yep.
But they pushed it back. All right.
But it should happen. I mean, again, you guys have like the best grounds crew like in Major League Baseball.
I'm getting the radar out. Ooh, severe thunderstorm warnings.
Is there lightning? Is there lightning?
Well,
if there's lightning, then
severe thunderstorms usually indicate.
Of course, there's severe thunderstorms. Nick Magical put on his jersey. He's wearing a Baby Gap version of it. That's a thunderstorm right there.
Dude, it's like, oh, no. This thing's going to hit from 7:45 to 8, and then it's done.
Good. So they'll start at 8. You'll get a 7-inning game, so you'll be done at the normal time at like 10.
Yeah, this thing's coming from the northwest, and it's coming hard, and it's just going to hit for 15 minutes and then gone.
What time does the NFL draft start tonight? Is that like 5 or 7?
At the top of the hour. 10 minutes.
Top of the hour.
I was going to say, so like, at what point do we start talking about your mean Mercedes All-Star? Because he's just keeps hitting.
And we start talking about Player of the Month. Like, isn't he about to get Player of the Month? I mean, if he doesn't get Player of the Month,
probably he's hitting like 480 or something.
It would be a sham robbery if he doesn't get Player of the Month in the AL.
I don't know who you guys are talking about, but I want to talk about Yerman to God.
Oh, our bad.
Yerman to God. If the All-Star game was tomorrow, would be starting DH. I don't know if he has to be. He has to be. Yeah, he has to be eligible. For
yeah. He's a 28-year-old rookie.
Yeah. Dude, no one in Major League Baseball has had this high of a batting average in their first 26 or first 20-something games in the history of Major League Baseball. That's sick.
We've got a dope tweet. We've got Chris Bryant is left field because Duffy stole third from him. Tells this to your 2015 Rookie of the Year standings. Thanks, Ripple Time 17. You're a fucking idiot.
I mean, I think that was a joke, Kevin.
Was that directly to you?
No. I just got a screenshot of someone was very upset saying that.
Tell him to get off Twitter.
I mean, again, I don't.
Queens, New York, though. Come on.
I think that was a joke.
I think. Well, there's some vitriol, and this is probably a Mets fan praying to God that Chris gets traded to the Mets, and then they give up like 7 prospects, and then Chris doesn't re-sign with them, and they wasted their time. So. Mets fans are stupid. I'll just say that right now. I'll go on the record and just say Mets fans suck. The Mets suck.
You gotta be careful of those outside fans infiltrating and causing trouble. Apparently, Cabrera's home run on Tuesday night on the south side was thrown back, and people were mad, because that's like a Wrigley thing, and it's come to light that it was 2 Cubs fan and 1 Tiger fan that were sitting in the bleachers that egged the person on to throw it back, and the person subdued. Yep.
Stop.
Be better.
There's been I've been seeing it. I don't know. Is it just because you're trying to get it in while you can? I'm noticing a lot more Cubs fans in the park on the south side on TV and shit.
Gotta go drinking.
People are tweeting about it.
It's less expensive because the Ricketts have raised prices again, I think.
Well, it's less expensive, and it's just like I said, if
better baseball right now.
if you can't get into a Cubs game because of capacity reasons or whatever.
Oh my God! I just looked at. Holy fuck! Okay, yeah, I was looking at Mike Trout's numbers.
Yeah.
What? Oh no!
Yeah. Throwing a home run back gets you ejected from the park on the south side. Yes.
So
you should just get an ass whooping. That's an ass whooping.
I thought your mean to God was like a
no. Trout's first in like everything.
Yeah, but the thing is, the bonus, the benefit for him and for Mercedes is that everyone's so used to Mike Trout being so good.
Nobody
even blinks an eye. They're like, yeah, same old. Let's give it to this guy. He never gets any credit. Like
Byron Buxton too, man. Byron Buxton's staying healthy.
On fucking fire.
But dude, So it was a
nice
big
pitch by Alzolay. My
It was
God.
a slow
95
day in the
under
slow day in the off season, and the topic of the day was if you had to pick one for your team, you taking Trout or Mookie Betts. And people got pretty passionate about it.
I love you, King Mac, but no.
I think Trout is quietly putting that to bed and tucking it in and giving it a little kiss on the forehead and saying good night to your argument.
So you're mean to God.
Mike Trout
so
didn't
far.
exist. If Mike Trout didn't exist, Mookie Betts would be a god, not the god. But Mike
so
Trout
you're mean.
exist.
21 games. He has 4 home runs, 15 RBIs, / 427, 469, 653. Really damn impressive. Like 1.122 OPS. Mike Trout is slashing 420, 524, 783 with 6 home runs.
If you don't appreciate Mike Trout and you're a baseball fan, you have something wrong with you. We are watching one of the greatest baseball players of all time in front of us, and we get the chance to watch him.
And by the way, the quietest 1,300 OPS you could have, because again, like you said, no one's like, it's like, yeah, Mike Trout is.
Dude, there's a video.
Although Mike Trout doesn't act like a damn clown. Like he's not saying, "Look at me, look at me."
No, that doesn't even matter. It's just like no one cares.
Yeah, there was people saying they would take Kirby Puckett over Mike Trout.
Oh my God,
that was a legit thing.
Oh, I know that's from that was.
Don't get me started on Kirby
Cole
in his
Wright.
one eye.
That was Cole Wright, and he's like the studio host for Marquee, and he just like randomly tweeted it out one day. I think he just put like Kirby Puckett better than Mike Trout out of nowhere. I don't even know how.
Pretty sure Mike Trout never tried to sexually assault a waitress with one eye. So,
dude, there's videos right now. Mike Trout, they finally mic'd up Mike Trout. Like Major League Baseball, after all these years, are trying to market their best player.
Well, we talked about fixing baseball with miking up everybody.
But
cameras.
He talked a little bit about playing Call of Duty, and he's talked a little bit. And now there's a video on Twitter today of people heckling Mike Trout, which is damn near impossible. But they're not even heckling him; they're just literally asking him questions about Call of Duty. And he stops what he's doing and turns to the crowd, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, you got to drop in here and do this." And he's just that nice of a guy. Like he's like, "Oh, you guys want to talk about Call of Duty? Sure." And then I'm going to go 3 for 4 against your team, and we're going to call it a night.
Words of advice: never play Halo or Call of Duty against pro baseball players because they are ridiculous with that aim. Jason Shreve is the best Halo player I have ever seen. We called him jump snipe. He would jump snipe you. He would jump and snipe you from across like the play or the map.
Holy shit! Breaking
news.
news.
Oh no!
Did we get one?
No, this is a football podcast for a minute.
Okay.
This is from a very respected Broncos beat writer.
They're getting Aaron Rodgers.
Now, Mark Schlereth, the big thing from ESPN, now says the Broncos are definitely not taking a quarterback in the draft because they are very close to trading for Aaron Rodgers per sources.
Oh my God.
It's as close as a done deal as it can be.
Called it. I got text to show it too.
This is the reverse Jay Cutler. This is
the best night ever.
Yeah, this is the best night in the division.
Put him in the AFC. Put him against Mahomes twice a year.
This is the Bears. Yes. This is the best night in Bears fan history besides the Super Bowl.
I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy right now. No, that's not who did the tweet.
It was Scott Merkin, right?
No, Cecil Lammy.
Scott Merkin saying, "Oh no, wait, where is that? Hold on. Oh yeah,
I'll put
Zach
in our
Stevens
chat.
as well. Zach Stevens.
Yeah, no.
Mark Schiller said on 104.3 The
Fan.
Fan.
Multiple tweets right now. Yeah,
I am so happy right now if that happens.
Oh, get him out. I'd actually I'd probably kind of root for the Broncos a little bit. Although the Raiders, I got to root for the Raiders, I guess. So
yeah, I can actually I can actually enjoy what Aaron Rodgers does. Aaron Rodgers with Vic. Yeah, there you go, Yumper. With Vic's defense.
Oh, yeah. Vic Fangio. And by the way, here's Aaron Rodgers is joining the one guy that figured Aaron Rodgers out. There is no defensive coordinator in the history of the NFL in Aaron Rodgers' career that shut Aaron Rodgers better down than Vic Fangio did. The Bears and the Niners. Like the 8th, I think? 8th?
Because now you got to think that Green Bay is going to get that pick.
Right, but they're not taking a quarterback. They got Jordan Love, so that means that
Jordan Love sucks.
Yes, he does. He couldn't hit water. I've watched that kid for 2 years because, again, Mountain West. Got to see him play against you. He padded his stats against the worst defense in the country, which is UNLV's defense.
Didn't he come in against the Bears in Mac's first game and Mac strip sacked him and intercepted him or something like that?
No, I don't think he played it. Did he play
Wait, why is
down
everyone why is people putting 9 in the
The
chat?
ninth pick. They have the
the
ninth
ninth
pick.
pick?
Oh,
Ninth
ninth
pick. Oh,
pick.
ninth
Okay.
pick. Yeah. Oh, my buddies are my Bronco friends.
All right, we're gonna wrap this up because I need some alone time, and then I gotta go watch the draft because Aaron
Draft?
Rodgers. I'm
Oh
gonna
my
watch.
god!
I actually got a lot of coin invested in this draft, so I need to watch this.
If you're gonna bet the Giants to take a wide receiver.
Yeah, I like.
Give him the news. Give him the news. What do you think? What do you think, Zoe? Who should they? If you could bet on an individual player to go to the Giants, who would that be?
I would take. What's his name? I like Devontae Smith. I like him going to the Giants, and then I also like the tight end from Florida going to Atlanta.
It's Kyle Pitts.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on, I want to find her last tweet because she always has good stuff.
At least in Denver, I'm told one of Aaron Rodgers' attractions to the Broncos has been the sense of freedom he'd feel with the offense with Elway in the building per source. Packers clearly have many things to think over, give in or not. We'll see how things unfold. That was from Christina Anderson.
Okay. The best tweet I saw was someone goes, Aaron Rodgers won't even talk to his own mama, and the Packers think they're going to win a standoff with this stubborn motherfucker. Packers are asking for a 9, 47, and 2 first-rounders from Denver. Damn, chase the Bengals. What is going on? All right, we got to wrap this up. Where did Kevin go? We got to wrap this up.
Oh, no. We haven't even talked about the Cubs yet. We got a lot.
I got to wrap this up. There's a lot going on here. People getting traded left and right. Good Lord.
Good Lord.
Good Lord. All right, everybody. Appreciate you listening. Game 2 of the White Sox coming on. Maybe we'll jump on later, do some live stuff. Who knows? But for Aldo Fids, I'm Zoe. Buy a T-shirt. We love you.
Kings of Leon are playing right now, by the way.
See you next week.
That's it.